we go, off the rails. Don't you know it's time to raise our sails? It's freedom like you never knew. Don't need bags or a pass. Say the word, I'll be there in a flash. You could say my hat is off to you. It's time to jump up in the air. Jump up, don't be scared. Jump up and your cares will soar away. And if those dark clouds start to swirl, don't fear, don't shed a tear, 'cause I'll be your one-up girl.
Hey guys, Tanman here from the Gaming RC, and happy Halloween! Hope you guys all have an excellent day celebrating. And Halloween is actually my favorite holiday, so I thought it'd be fun to talk about my favorite game franchise, one of them, Luigi's Mansion. With the original getting remade on the 3DS, and with the third one in the series getting announced, I thought it would be fitting if in this video I talked about the series. I'm going to be comparing the first and second one, which one I like better, and the ideas for the third one. So let's go. So when comparing the first two, they are very different, but they're still similar. It's the same idea: how Poltergust defeat King Boo and rescue Mario, but the way they go about it is different. The first one is a very open world game. It's only one mansion and there's no missions. You know, get the Poltergust, get the ghost, and save Mario. That's the goal of the game, while Dark Moon is more linear in mission mode. Instead of one mansion, there's 5. Now, for which one of these I like better, it's very interesting. I feel like Dark Moon has a cool idea. They want to do something different, which I myself respect. You know, it's a sequel, they're trying to do it different, but I just feel like the mansions don't really hit. There's some cool ideas, but most of them don't work. I felt like maybe they could have added another one in the game, or really expand something. I think like this is Ice Mine Shaft. That has some really awesome moments, but it just doesn't really capitalize on what it could have been, which is so frustrating. The first game's mansion has a really good job of having this really empty, creepy atmosphere. Like, you're by yourself in here, and you know, you better escape. It has a really cool feel to it, and yeah. But one thing I do like about the second one is the mission mode. Yeah, I do like maybe the open-ended one, but I feel like the second one, with the way how it's structured the new mansions, the mission mode makes a bit more sense. And since EGOT is since he was in the first one, he's kind of a bigger part in the second one, so I do like that a bit. So it's very kind of split of what I like better, but I think kind of how the game works, I think for Luigi's Mansion, a more open-ended game works better as more of an installment of a spin-off, you know, in the Mario franchise. Now, the name of the game is, you know, hit a ghost with your flashlight and suck it up all like Ghostbusters. And both of these games are very different. The first one, they used the Poltergust as more of kind of like a crazy invention that's been along for a while. You know, you guys are like, oh, I don't know how to use it, passing the torch, which I like that in a way. And I feel like that it does have its good moments. I like how it's kind of difficult to wrangle in the ghost. You feel really good when you finally bust a ghost, no pun intended. And also like the elements, you know, has fire, ice, and water, which all add a very unique aspect to the game, and I like how they use them. On the other hand, the Poltergust in Dark Moon is a lot easier to use. It's not as difficult to capture ghosts, but that works for the game because I feel like there's more ghosts. The ghosts are more treated like minions, which I'm not a huge fan of. It should feel like a very unique aspect of the game, and not something that appears a lot, which is one of my issues with Dark Moon. I just feel like there's way too many ghosts, and they appear way too often. It doesn't give you that special that the ghost in the first one. You ever feel like, okay, this is on the camera, let's get it. While in the second one, they feel more like the Goombas and, you know, the Koopa Troopas in the Mario games, which is just not what I think is good for the franchise. I love the boss fights in both of these games. I gotta give it to Dark Moon. They're just excellent. The final boss is one of my favorite boss fights of all time. I don't know what I love about it, just the atmosphere leading up to King Boo. Yeah, I didn't like the ghost in Dark Moon as much, but I really love the way they do King Boo. He has a more menacing look, and you feel his presence more. The first Luigi's Mansion has some good boss fights. You know, I like the Portrait Ghost as an addition, that's very cool. But I think Bogmire, you know, Blossus, and Chauncey, they're fine boss fights, but I mean, I find the ones in Dark Moon are a bit more creative, since you all used to find ghosts. They do something a bit more, and I like that just a tad bit. Saying which Luigi's Mansion game is better, it's kind of difficult for me to do. The first one, I think, has a better atmosphere, it has better ghosts, and the Poltergeist, but second one has better boss fights. And I think the mansions in the second one, the ones that are really good, there's only about 2 of them I like, but they're really cool and they have a lot of secrets, so they both take a different approach. And I do prefer the original, but I feel like Dark Moon is still a good game. So what should the third one do? Well, for me, I think Luigi's Mansion 3 could do one of 2 things. I think it gotta go back to maybe what the first 2 games do and combine them. First of all, you have the game be open world. Yeah, the mission mode worked out fine for the Dark Moon, but I like more of the open-ended. And I feel like you have more mansions and make them a bit bigger. Maybe you have, maybe the first mansion from the game, maybe you do as a DLC pack, maybe or do something cool. Maybe you have some ideas you could do, create all new mansions. And then we could do like a retro DLC pack, as I mentioned, the first one, and maybe have some other locations as Mario's areas. One thing I feel like they should do for Luigi's Mansion 3 is have amazing visuals and have the areas be stunning. I thought they could really do that, and this might sound weird, but I feel like have some new characters in it. Because Luigi's Mansion is trying to become his own franchise, and maybe they create some new characters even. Or maybe have some ones that you haven't seen in a while, maybe like Egan, Playable, or some new characters. I think would be really cool and really separate it from the Mario games. I know that's a kind of out there thing, but I feel like it could really kind of set the franchise apart. For boss fights, I feel like they need to really nail it out of the park, and I feel like they could do something really cool. Maybe have like ghost entities or things. Yeah, I know I said I don't want human ghosts like in Luigi's Mansion 1 for boss fights, but maybe more of entities could be cool. I also think in the third game that they should have maybe the controls be a bit interesting, the switch of how you can do it. I think they can do some cool things with Poltergeist. Definitely have more options. I like the Dark Light feature in Dark Moon and the elements in the first ones I mentioned, but I feel like if they maybe add both of them, that would be cool. And another thing for Luigi's Mansion 3 is a story. The story for Luigi's Mansion 1 is very cryptic and kind of mysterious. The second one has a good plot. Do something with King Boo. I think there's a lot they can do, and I'm super excited that Nintendo announced for it. Maybe have some new ghosts, have some cool stuff like that. Maybe add dry bones. I don't know. There's a lot of things they could do, and I think it could be a really amazing game. Well, guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic Halloween. I had a lot of fun time on Luigi's Mansion. Hope you guys have a fun day celebrating Halloween. I'm actually dressing as Clark Kent and hang out with some friends, and I hope you guys have a great day as well. It was really nice to do one of these discussion videos again. Next week, I'll be back to Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below of what you want them to do for Luigi's Mansion. If you have some ideas of what they could do, it could be really nice. So I hope you guys have a great day.